Hi everyone, this is Vignesh from Easy Way to Learn Medicine. So today we are going to see treatment for rheumatoid arthritis, that is DMARDs, disease modifying anti-rheumatoid drugs. So what is rheumatoid arthritis? Rheumatoid arthritis, which is a autoimmune disease which mediated by IgM auto antibodies. So our own antibodies attack the joints. Also, there is a production of inflammatory mediators like interleukin 1, interleukin 6, tumor necrotic factor alpha, and then like CD20 cells, B lymphocytes, T lymphocytes. These B lymphocytes produce plasma cells. These plasma cells produce various types of antibodies. So this all like inflammatory reactions in auto antibodies that attacks our own joints. So primarily we start with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, that is aspirin, 3 to 4 gram per day, and then we use steroids. We call it as bridge therapy. Orally we use prednisolone, and intra-articularly we use triamcinolone. So when we change into DMARDs, we reduce the doses of steroids, we taper the dose, so and we'll stop the steroid, and finally we use the DMARDs. These two drugs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs and steroids, we use in acute onset of rheumatoid arthritis. This does not help in to prevent the progression of disease. So non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug we use for like analgesic, for pain relief, analgesic, antipyretic, and anti-inflammatory. So it reduces the pain and it help in a symptomatic relief. And the steroid also, which help in an acute phase of inflammation, which does not prevent the progress of disease. So DMARD is the only drug which is a immunosuppression of a T cell and B cells, B cells, and other cytokines, immunomediators. It suppresses other immunomediators. So we call it as immunosuppressive therapy, that is disease modifying anti-rheumatoid drugs. We have 3 types in these anti-rheumatoid drugs, that is synthetic or non-biological or conventional, and then we have biological, and then we have small molecule kinase inhibitor or JAK inhibitor. So I already discussed about the classification of DMARDs, so you can go through it. Like we have a synthetic, non-biological, conventional, that is a methotrexate, hydroxychloroquine or chloroquine, sulfasaline, immunomodulators, lufenamide, cyclophosphamide, and old drugs, that is gold and dipenicillamine. In biological, tumor necrotic factor alpha inhibitor, that is infliximab, adalimumab, golimumab, etanercept, and centrolizumab, and then abatacept, that block T cell co-stimulation, and interleukin 1 receptor antagonist, that is anakinra, that is interleukin 6 receptor antagonist, that is tocilizumab, zarilumab, and then CD20 inhibitor, that is lutekimab, and then Janus kinase inhibitor, that is tofacitinib, and baricitinib, apadacitinib. So these are the drugs under the classification of DMARDs. So now we'll see how methotrexate is working. So methotrexate is a first line choice for rheumatoid arthritis, or we can say it as drug of choice for rheumatoid arthritis. Also methotrexate, which is a anti-neoplastic drug, which also used in a chemotherapy, cancer chemotherapy, in a higher doses. But this methotrexate in rheumatoid arthritis we use this in a low doses, 75 7.5 milligram once weekly. So maximum from 5 milligram to 20 milligram maximally we can use. But in higher doses, like in a 25 to 30 milligram, we use this in cancer chemotherapy. So this methotrexate, which is a suppressor of B cell and T cell, which suppress the B cell and T cell. So what is a side effect? The main side effect, that is pancytopenia. Why? Because there is a severe bone marrow suppression. The second one, the most commonly we will see gastric irritation and stomatitis. Gastric irritation, like mucosal damage, that is like a ulcer. Also we will see hepatotoxicity in a form of fibrosis and cirrhosis. That is a hepatotoxicity. And then hypersensitivity reaction to the methotrexate. That hypersensitivity reaction that lead to interstitial pneumonitis. And then this drug has a teratogenic effect. So these drugs are contraindicated in pregnancy. Also there is a increased risk of B cell lymphoma. If the patient is taking this drug, that is methotrexate, there is an increased risk of B cell lymphomas. So methotrexate toxicity when there is a drug interaction. Methotrexate drug interaction with ampicillin or amoxicillin and probenecid due to same transporter system in proximal convertile tubules in a kidney. So this drug remain in blood that lead to methotrexate toxicity when there is a drug interaction. So when the people is taking methotrexate plus ampicillin or amoxicillin or probenecid, this ampicillin, probenecid and methotrexate are using a same transporter system in the proximal convertile tubule. So that lead to, like, this drug is to stay in the blood and that increases the methotrexate toxicity. Like it can lead to hepatotoxicity or it can lead to hypersensitivity reaction. So like that. Next drug we are going to see leflunomide, which is a alternate to methotrexate. So which is a fast acting among the all DMARDs, which is a fast acting drug, which is a prodrug. So when it changes into prodrug, also the leflunomide, which is a prodrug, which is converted into active metabolite that inhibit the dihydroorotate dehydrogenase. This active, that the prodrug which converted into active metabolite that inhibit an enzyme called dihydroorotate dehydrogenase. This enzyme, which is very much important for the pyrimidine synthesis. What is for pyrimidine synthesis? This enzyme, which is important for pyrimidine synthesis. Why we have to like inhibit the process of pyrimidine synthesis? This pyrimidine synthesis is required for growth of B cells. These B cell generate the plasma cells. These plasma cells generate the auto antibodies, so that attacks our joints, that lead to rheumatoid arthritis, autoimmune disease. So lufenamide, it blocks the pyrimidine synthesis. Pyrimidine synthesis pathway. Also we can say it is a pyrimidine synthesis inhibitor. So what are the side effects? Lufenamide toxicity. So when it will happen lufenamide toxicity, when we add lufenamide together with cholestyramine, when we add cholestyramine with the lufenamide, that leads to lufenamide toxicity. So the next drug, that is sulfasaline. So sulfasaline, that is metabolized into two. One is sulfapyridine, one is 5-ASA, that is amino salicylic acid. That sulfasaline, which is metabolized into sulfapyridine and 5-amino salicylic acid. This sulfapyridine has a active moiety. So it has an active moiety due to which is used in a treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. This 5-amino salicylic acid, that is used in ulcerative colitis, that is a bowel disease, that is ulcerative colitis. So these drugs are used in a patient, those who are hypersensitivity to the methotrexate drug, which is a alternate to the methotrexate. Sulfasaline, which is a alternate to the methotrexate, like lufenamide, that is alternate to the methotrexate. If the patient is hypersensitive to the methotrexate, we can give sulfasaline or lufenamide. So the major side effect is hemolysis in a patient having glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase enzyme deficiency. If the patient is having glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency, so this drug is contraindicated because of severe hemolysis. So the next one, that is hydroxychloroquine and chloroquine. So hydroxychloroquine and chloroquine, which is a antimalarial drug, also which is used in treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. So what is the mechanism of action? So which stable the lysosome, decrease chemotaxis, and decrease the free radical accident. The exact way of mechanism of action still is unknown. The side effect of hydroxychloroquine and chloroquine, mostly hydroxychloroquine, which is preferred because chloroquine has higher level of retinal damage, but hydroxychloroquine has a decreased level of damage to the retina, but the side effect is bull eye maculopathy. Hydroxychloroquine or chloroquine has increased chance of retinal damage, but in hydroxychloroquine also there is a side effect of bull eye maculopathy. The next drug, that is JKA inhibitor, that is Janus kinase 3 inhibitor, which plays important role in inflammation. So the drug, which is tofacitinib and some other drug, so which used in severe form of rheumatoid arthritis. These drugs are used in severe form of rheumatoid arthritis. The patient who are refractory to methotrexate. Also, like when we are giving this Janus kinase 3 inhibitor, so we have to check for TB reactivation, latent TB reactivation. So we have to like screen for a TB reactivation. So the other drug, the older drug, that is gold and D-penicillamine, which are having a severe toxicity effect to kidney, liver, and it causes, the gold salt causes a dermatitis. So these drugs are now not using in case of rheumatoid arthritis. So the other drugs, that is infliximab, adalimumab, golimumab, and all these drugs are tumor necrotic factor alpha inhibitor. So it blocks the tumor necrotic factor alpha. So also abatacept, which is a recombinant protein, that is a fusion of fragment of Fc domain of human IgG with the extracellular domain of T cell inhibitory receptor, that is CTLA4, which is a recombinant protein made by fusion a fragment of a Fc domain of human IgG with the extracellular domain of T cell inhibitory receptor, that is CTLA4, which block the T cell co-stimulation. So which block a T cell co-stimulation, that is abatacept. And then interleukin 1 receptor antagonist, that is anacrina, that blocks the interleukin 1 receptor. This drug should not combine with tumor necrotic factor alpha, because there is a higher chance of infection, autoinflammatory or inflammasome syndromes, higher chance of inflammasome syndromes, and or autoinflammatory syndromes. This can cause severe infection. We should not combine anacra with tumor necrotic factor alpha inhibitor drugs. And then tocilizumab and sarilumab, which blocks the interleukin 6 receptor antagonist. And then lutikizumab, which block the CD20, which is a CD20 inhibitor. And then JAK kinase, which is used in a severe form of rheumatoid arthritis, which blocks the Janus kinase 3. So this is all about the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis, that is a drug modified anti-rheumatoid drugs. So thanks for watching. So we'll continue on next video. Thank you.